why this whole community, black and white, should not be ashamed, and why this whole community, black and white, should demand proper justice and prosecution on behalf of this family and on behalf of God. We're gonna do a full investigation. But believe you, we are here tonight to stand with our local president, family has legal counsel, to say we will not leave this stone unturned. In the memory of Roger Anthony, who should still be here. We will expose the injustice and call for justice to prevail. I wish Mr. Mayor did not have to come here tonight for this.
Yes.
But the NAACP is still in business.
Yes, sir.
For the purpose of dealing with injustice. We need you in the community to stay strong. We don't need to meet violence with violence.
That's right.
We got ways of dealing with this, and we're gonna stay with you. You need to stay together. You need to tell what you know. I've heard some allegations that we're going to try to follow up on, that someone had even suggested that the same officer had already pulled his taser several times that day. We don't know that yet to be true, but
That's right.
we're gonna, as they say down the country, we're gonna run that rabbit and see where it leads us. I also think, Mr. Mayor, this is good tonight, and Brother Harvey, hopefully we can even have some additional pieces of this, where if any of you have had any other experiences with the police department, we need to have a public hearing, and if we don't do it tonight, I'm willing to bring our attorneys back, and we'll have them sit here so that we can get a record of the pattern of public. Now, when somebody does something wrong, and the police have to arrest them, we, the NAACP, don't defend that.
That's right.
But if you're not doing nothing wrong, or you do something wrong and the police treat you one way, but somebody else does wrong, they treat them a different way, that's another matter too. If you're not doing anything wrong, and there's police misconduct, we have to give, my last word, we give police officers too much power
That's right.
for them to be prejudiced, for them to be racist, for them to be cavalier, for them to be crazy. You got too much power for them to be haphazard, for them to be foolish. They got too much power. And with power comes responsibility. That's right. And somebody got to explain to us how a man with part of his brain removed, nothing but a fixture of this community, that had a regular routine, is suddenly dead, is hit with 50,000 votes for no apparent reason. If that is the record, it's wrong, it's vicious, it's a violation of public trust, and it's illegal. And all of us, black and white, must insist that we get the truth, and we deal with the truth accordingly. God bless you.
Let me just say a few things to the good people of Scholar Neck. I'm David Harvey, the local branch president here in Halifax County. And as our state conference president said, we are here with you. We're here with the Anthony family, and we take this very serious. But I want to talk about something else that we need to be taking very serious here in Scholar Neck and in Halifax County. And specifically in Scholar Neck, this is where we are tonight. when I turn to my right and I look at this table, when I look at this table, if this doesn't tell people in this room in Scholar Neck, if this table doesn't send a message to you,
That's right.
we're the people, the leaders that you elected, in this county, the people that you elected. So you look at this table, because I'm trying to figure out where the city government is at. The city government's not here. The people that you elected. And they should be here just as concerned about everything that goes on in Scholar Neck as everybody else. Whether they agree or disagree.
That's right.
They are the people you elected to lead this city. And they chose not to be here tonight. That was their choice. But let me say something to you. The people in Scholar Neck, the people in this room, you have the power. You have the power to determine who you want to lead you, who you want to lead you, your government. And for so many years, we have not taken advantage of that power. For so many years. And that's why you got people elected that don't even show up for something this serious. This serious, a man's death in their city on their watch.
That's right.
And they didn't even see it important enough to come to this meeting that I know they were made aware of. It should tell you all. It should tell them, listen, this is a city that's 71% African American. 71% of the people live in Scholar Neck are African American. You have the power to determine who you want to lead you. That's why we have electoral process. That's why we go to the polls. That's why we should. That's why we should take it more serious. Because if this man's death in their city, on their watch, by their police officer, is not important enough to be here in front of you, then that should tell you about your city government.
Yes.
You can do it. The legal piece has to be done through the legal process.
That's right.
The court. The investigative part, we gonna handle and work with that. There are two things we can't do. We can't register y'all to vote.
That's right. That's right.
So if you upset, don't let tomorrow pass
Yes.
and not get registered.
That's right.
The second thing we can't do, if you get registered, we can't vote for you.
That's right.
So if you're upset, do something about it.
That's right.
There are enough of you all in here. If it's 71% African American, there ought to be 91% of y'all registered to vote, at least.
Yes.
So those are some things that you can do in response to this. Thirdly, you can, I don't know if you already have one, you should call for one as police review board, but you in the community, thank God for these telephones now with these cameras on.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
At the national level, we invite people to send in, whenever you see something, to put that little camera out, since you're paying the money for it every month. And so you need to start paying attention to what you see happening in this city.
Yes.
And how you see your police officers functioning.
Yes.
And if you see things that are suspicious, always coming in certain parts of the community, take that little phone out and get a record of it.